Just want to let you lot know that if you're watching this clip on the Fozcast YouTube channel, the full episode is now available to watch exclusively on Spotify, and it's free. Come on.
So I cracked 3 bones on my back. That sounds worse than it is, to be fair, though. So you've got like your spine, and then you've got these bones that come off called transverse process bones. I hope I've got that right, by the way. And I've just cracked straight through 3 of them. So it's something that like I go for those sort of headers all the time and fall, but it's just one of those things. Like I just fell.
Did you fall? Like, did you land on the floor, or did you land on your legs, or what?
Yeah, and I clipped the back of Joe Linton, and that sent us over. And then I think I've like tried to put my hands out hitters, and just when I've hit the bottom, it's just.
Did you know straight away you'd?
Like I thought, wow, that's painful. Like, because I feel like I've got quite a high pain threshold. Like I'll not go off for nothing because I want to play. But I looked, and as I went on, I kept getting a shooting pain. And then I remember the gaffer looked over and he was like, "Are you all right?" And I was like, as if to say, like, I want to come off. And he was like, "Oh, he's all right." And I was like, "Oh,
no, I'm not.
I only know I do it 20 minutes, yeah." So yeah, like we managed to sort of get to half time, but I was in agony at half time, like.
And obviously the manager knows, like, he knows your character, he knows what kind of a guy you are. So if you say, "Mate, I'm struggling here," then he knows you've done something. Yeah. And then you're fearing the worst, yeah? Yeah,
I think like it takes a lot for me to go off. So like when I came off, I was hoping that it was just sort of bruising. And then I had a scan the next morning and then went into the doc and he was like, "I'll just tell you straight, like you've broke 3 bones, so it'll be
wow.
6 weeks, like max 10. So
to be fair, when you because I think we had this planned a few weeks ago, didn't we? And when Ben said, "Oh, Dan's had to reschedule, he's broke 3 bones in his back," and we were like, "Yeah, that's a fair excuse."
No, I said that's selfish as heck. Like we had a proper podcast. To be fair, you texted, you went, "Mate, listen, I'm a bit sore at the minute. I can't even sit still." Like
it was ridiculous.
Is that what it's like when you get home? You can't move, can't drive, nothing like that.
And it was like hard. Like, I've got obviously 2 young kids and stuff as well, so they're like running around us, and I want to try and help out, but I'm just sort of sat there just watching them. But yeah, like driving was agony. Even just like sat down, I was in pain. So the most comfortable I was in was walking about, but there's only so much of that you can do.
And
really.
You started back doing a bit of training now, a bit of running?
Started back running, did a bit of ball work today, and it feels good. So a few weeks, hopefully.
Right, we're going to crack on with the rest of the podcast in a second. I definitely want to talk about this Champions League, the whole Newcastle story. First of all, Tom, we've got a few thank yous to say, haven't we?
Yeah, just big thanks to Ben Cleary and the team at Full Circle Brewery, my old colleague Ben. So they've kindly let us use the brewery to shoot the podcast today. Kindly supplied us with a few bevies as well. So massive shout out. We'll put a link to their website down below, but the beers are belting, Ben. Yeah, would you agree?
I would agree, mate. They're fantastic. Obviously, Dan is not because he's a professional. But we are up in Geordieland. It's very cold. They've had a bit of snow, but it's lovely. Anyway, let's talk about... I want to talk about the Champions League journey that you've been on so far. In particular, that PSG game, mate. Surely... Actually, you tell me in your own words, is this the biggest game of your career so far?
Yeah, I think so. I think like the AC Milan game first, just to play it in a stadium like the San Siro and like the Champions League music comes on and stuff. It was.
What's that like? Is that goosebump?
Surreal,
is it?
But it happened really quick. So I went out there and I thought like I'd be stood there for ages listening to it. And as we were coming out, it was on and then it was over so quickly. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, just to play in that game and like get a result there. I know we didn't play as well as we would like to, but to get a result, I thought like that's it. Like nothing can top that. That's like the pinnacle. And then the PSG game, even the build up to it, because I had like the lights above the ground and like everyone was talking about it. So the atmosphere was electric and yeah, a great night.
Hit your goal as well?
Yeah, which I don't get a lot. So it's one of the, like I talk all the time that I don't score enough headers. Like I don't know what it is. It must be a timing thing. But for my size, I should get a lot more. Do you know what I mean? Like if you hang a ball in the box.
Like, I'd like to think you'll win most of them.
I think I win most of them, but I think I'm not used to clearing it.
It's a timing thing.
It must be a timing thing. But I am getting better. I feel like the more we do it in training, I'm like starting to get in the areas that I want to score in. But yeah, when that ball came in, it was just sort of like my eyes lit up. I was like, yeah.
It was hung up there, and
yeah,
we need to talk about the goal because we saw you celebrate, and is it a goal? Isn't it a goal? Yeah. Do you feel like you were robbed out of the celebration that you really wanted to do?
Properly, like as soon as I knew it was over the line because I like see Donnarumma didn't get there, and then I turned away to run, but like offside flag went up straight away. I was like, oh, you're kidding me, but
can't even jump in the crowd.
No, like, and I would have been top off a lot. I would have been around the pitch, so yeah, it did kill us a bit. But I think even just sort of the build up to it, anticipation, like the longer it went on, like I was like, oh, this could be a goal, yeah.
Yeah.
And then, like to be honest, I was too tired at that stage of the game to do a full lap.
So you're just buzzing, yeah. The thing is, they were checking, the VAR were checking first, I think, did the ball go out?
Yeah.
Secondly, was it offside? Thirdly, was it a foul?
Yeah.
And then eventually, and then even then, because I'm buzzing for Donnarumma here, right? I'm thinking, what a save.
Some save, yeah.
Traitor.
I was, honestly, I'm thinking, that's world class, what a save that is. But then eventually they give the goal, and all you can do really is just stick your arms out and buzz, can't you?
No, and like it's like nice. You could like feel the roar of the crowd, and then all the lads sort of jumping on you.
Was that a different atmosphere that night? Because I was watching from home, watching on the telly, and I'm thinking, I need to go to a Champions League game.
We spoke about it on the podcast, didn't we?
Yeah.
And we said like you watch it, and everyone knows how like special St James's is. But nights like that, because you always hear it about like special nights at Anfield, but obviously it's been so many years at St James's. But that must have been electrifying.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. I mean, we've got like the atmosphere is amazing at St James's Park anyway to play on that, and there's been like the odd games where you're like, wow, that was unbelievable. But yeah, I think that PSG game was sort of different level. It was crazy. And I think we spoke about before, when I was a kid, I had a season ticket, so I went to the last time that they were in the Champions League when we played Juventus and Feyenoord and Dynamo Kiev, and that's what like made me like love Newcastle and love playing football. So like walking up the hill, you could see like the whole stadium was lit up and you could hear the crowd. So to know that I've been on the other end of that, and there's probably kids doing that and like loved football from that moment. Like it's just sort of like special.
That's lovely, man. And what obviously playing against PSG. Talk to me about playing against the likes of Mbappe. Like, is it before the game? Are you half nervous, or are you just like, no, he's another footballer. He's a striker. He's just a bit quicker than most, but that's about it.
Yeah, I think like as I'm getting older, I get like less nervous for games. Like the big games, you know, you can feel it. Obviously, I would play like the League Cup final. Like, it was a huge game for the club, so you do get nervous for those sort of games. But I feel like because I always treat myself as the underdog, whoever I'm playing.
Really,
like it's just so like where it's like everyone's expecting him to rinse us anyway. So like it's just in my head that I want to prove.
Is that honestly how you will? So say no matter who you're playing against, you will think, in that player's head, he thinks he's better than me. He can beat me.
I think
so.
so.
That's where you kind of go, no, I'm going to back myself here.
But I think like if you look on paper, I might just tell myself this might not be true, but I'm saying on paper, the majority of the wingers that I come up with, you would say, yeah, he'd probably get the better of me. So I'll probably use that as like a bit of a chip on my shoulder and a bit of motivation just to like prove to myself that, like I can like handle the best, if you know what I mean. It was hard with Dembele because when we were doing work on him during the week, and you were seeing him, he was like coming in on his left foot, like all left footed, and then like the next one he was like all right footed. I was like, what foot is he?
What
and everyone was like,
here?
don't know. I was like, right, fantastic.
What foot is he?
So, I don't know if anyone knows. Like, he does both. Like,
that good.
chopping a lot. So, but no, I really enjoyed it. Like, I think it's like you play football to play against the best players.
Yeah.
And PSG, AC Milan, and Dortmund. Like, you couldn't ask for a better.
I want to know that this draw. So, like I say, the teams that you just mentioned there, obviously Newcastle buzzing. They've finished in a great position last season. They're into the Champions League now. And then when it's draw day, are you all sitting there? Like, how do you all find out? Are you all sitting there watching, and then you go, oh.
So they put something on at the club. So they've got like a big indoor tent. And then they had loads of stuff on for the kids. They had like a restaurant came in and put food on, and then they all watched it.
That's good.
So it was good. Like it was really good. So like you could bring your families along, and then they had the draw on, and the draw takes forever. Like as you know, so I wasn't really paying attention. And then like I saw like I can't remember where the first one was, but come to it and like everyone was buzzing. Like I think when you haven't played in the Champions League for that long, and you don't know if you're ever going to get that opportunity again, like I think. You want to play the best teams.
You don't care.
I don't care. Like the thought of going to play like at PSG or going to play at AC Milan or Dortmund. It's why you want to play football.
Thanks everybody for watching. We hope you enjoyed this clip of the Fozcast. If you would like to watch the full episode, it is now available exclusively on Spotify for free.